Salute on this cold ass Sunday afternoon, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Salute. JD says, oh crap, paying this total trash. And you guys are in here. Again, I wasn't covering the game. I was just gonna do the post game today. And going forward, I might just do more post games versus full games just because time permitting in my job, man. But salute to Joel Williams, man. Yeah, man. Missed the first half, man. I missed the whole game with you guys. Salute. Ismail Rivas, salute. Salute, man. Salute. Fred Duardankwa, freaking Arsenal fan, man. Salute, though. Salute. So really quickly got the new confidence. Yeah, really quickly played well, man. Except for that stupid three he took. He launched from well beyond the arc, and it was guarded, too. It was like that was a selfish play. Same thing to RJ Barrett when he didn't pass that ball out on the fast break. Very selfish play. Not to say that would have, so-called changed the game. Maybe it would have, maybe it would not. But again, that was a play that kind of helps set the tone for the rest of the game. My boy just sent me a text. Sorry about that. Ace AB. Damn, I missed the game. How close were you? Lost by 4. The game was closer than what it seemed like. Lost to the refs. Yeah, the refs are pretty bad. Salute to Spark 2718. Salute. Kyrie 420. Salute. Paul Carson. Salute. Quickly can't start. RJ and Julius won't let him run the show. That's not true. Because there were parts. There were times when Quickly and RJ were both there. I'm not sure if that's true. It's just that Quickly is more of a scoring, attacking guard, so these guys didn't get the ball less. But we can get to it. Man. See to everybody in the chat. Ace AB. When I check, yeah, got a hand. A few so-called misplays, a fast break, the Quickly three, a few sloppy passes, and then they hit some threes to kind of send it home for them. Suta Simmons Singh, my guy. Salute, man. Paul Carson, salute. RJ's a ball hog when he thinks he's hot. That fast break, that was an issue. And at times, you can hog the ball a little bit, but I wouldn't say and call him a ball hog. He's probably our second best playmaker outside Julius Randle. I mean, if he's a ball hog, then I guess Quickly's a ball hog as well, too. Because Quickly literally comes to the game. He's not really a guy who's going to look to facilitate, push the ball. He's looking to attack each and every time. Salute to Elite Yimi. Tough game. Yeah, it was a tough game, man. Greenhouse, salute. Like the show. Please hit the likes, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. If you haven't. Salute to Gerald Sports. He's in the building. He's in the back. I'll let him in a little bit. I just want to say some things. We got so close. Yes, we did. Joe Madden Quickly is taking too many shots. Well, he took that one bad three. Other than that, I didn't have a problem with this game. Again, he's a combo guard, right? So this is what's going to happen time and time again. He's going to be used to closeout games or to fill in big gaps. But we need scoring from the bench. 0.5. RJ was hot. I think Tibbs sat him and Randall and Mitch too long. Yeah, I agree with that. Tennessee Knicks. Just when the game kind of, yeah. Tibbs lost the game for us again. Valak Sport, Prime Sports, salute. Paul Carson. David Noah, salute. Andre Bryant, salute. Tommy is almost zen, salute. Yeah, man. Hit them likes, man. Hit them likes, bro. Yeah, keep your head up. I'm not Chuck Allen, salute. Get ready for bro. Bro, it's supposed to be coming. It says it's supposed to be coming at 3. I saw a little bit of flurries, but not anything crazy. So it's gonna come down tonight, I believe, and tomorrow. Darryl Pemberton, salute. Janet Behan, salute. Robert Parr, salute. Yeah, we're going to get to that, man. Talent is talent. We had a good first half, but we let up 37 points in the second quarter. Talent is talent. We had the better coach, but they just have the talent. So you're always going to lose out. Salute to Ralph Unreal, Imbert the Great, Kyrie 420, Zogod, Alton Lee. Real quick, I got a few people in the background, but I just want to say the box score really quickly so everybody just knows. The Knicks lost 129 to 115, leading the way for the Clippers. Your boy Kawhi Leonard, came alive in the second half, went 28 points, 8-15 from the field, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. You had your boys Reggie Jackson trying to take it back to his OKC, I want to say Pistons days. 18 points, 6 for 12 from the field, 3 for 6 from the three-point line, 3 assists, 5 rebounds. Then you have Paul George, 17 points, 7 for 16, 1 for 8 from 3, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 5 assists, 8 rebounds. Patrick Patterson, 13 points, hit some big threes, 3 for 3 from the three-point line, 5 from the field, 3 rebounds. And the fill-in, you have Marcus Morris, Mook, That's my guy though. Look, damn, I don't want to. He went 4 for 8, 3 for 6 from the 3-point line. They shot 54.3% from the field, 44.7% from the 3-point line, 85.7% from the stripe. The Knicks, led by Julius Randle with 27 points, 9 for 18 from the field, 4 for 5 from the 3-point line, 5 for 6 from the stripe, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 turnovers, 4 personal fouls. You had RJ Barrett, my son. No, man, quickly, excuse me. Next up with 25 points, 9 for 16 from the field, 2 for 8 from 3. Didn't shoot too well from 3 and had that awful deep 3 in the second half. I don't want to say, I don't know. I think that was his last shot. I can't remember. That was well behind the arc. But again, he has that can turn on microwave game that we needed for that little spurt. So so-called up and down game for him. Then you had RJ Barrett, 23 points, 9 for 14 from the field, 5 for 6 from the free throw line, 0 for 1 from 3, 2 steals, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. He did have 2 turnovers and 3 personal fouls. He had that crucial play on a fast break where he should have just passed to Julius Randle. I think that would have gotten us down to 5, was it? Big play. He was a little selfish in that. Should have just passed it up when he had the 3-on-1 fast break, even though the spacing was kind of bad, but he sat Julius Randle open. And he did initiate the steal, but just, again, not a smart play. Alfred Payton, 10 points, 3% from the field, 1 for 2 from 3. Mitch Robinson, 9 points, 4 for 6 from the field, 6 rebounds. Got fooled a lot on a lot of fakes. Pick and roll defense again tonight wasn't too good. The Knicks shot tonight. They shot 48.2% from the field, 37% from 3, 82% from the stripe. Overall, with some other stats from NBA.com, they had 34 points in the paint. We had 48. It's pretty impressive. Both teams had 38 bench points. Even though they were bombing some threes. Turnovers, we both had 7 points off of turnovers. We had 12, and they had 11. So I'm allowing some people into the chat. I see Gerald Sports. I see Mr. Joe Madden.
What's up, man?
Rob a Chuck. I guess that's Rob a Chuck.
What's up, Chuck?
I don't even know what that means. Salute to everybody, man. R.O. Brown, man. Joe Madden, Joe Sports. Chuck, man. Salute. Give me some color in the game. What were your overall thoughts? And we'll dive in a little bit deeper after. Let me start with Joe.
I didn't watch the game, but
I said Joe, but go ahead, Gerald.
Oh my bad. I didn't know. I heard like a G. My bad.
Did you hold on. Did you guys play the Clippers yet? The Hawks?
Oh yes, we beat them. You
guys beat them?
Yeah. Yes, they didn't have Kawhi Leonard or Paul George because they was I think they was hurt or quarantined. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You guys beat them a few days ago. January 26th. Yeah, you beat them 108-99. Yep, seen that right here. And how'd you feel about Tyronn Lue's coaching?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
All right. I'm
a little disappointed that you guys lost, but it's the Clippers. But at least you guys gave Steph for what's going on.
I'll say it's about the Clippers. They have talent. I think this just came down to talent. I mean, they did shoot well from 3. I saw a few pick and pops. I saw a lot of pick and roll fakes, guys who basically just catch our guys off guard, dribble, drop, penetration, kick out, which again is our poison. So again, it is what it is, man. They're just a much more talented team. This win would have been nice, but we hung in there for a while, and then things got a hand. But let me get to Joe. Joe, what were your overall thoughts in the game, bro?
I think our offense looked a lot better. I think we struggled to defend the 3-point line in the second half when we guarded it. They killed us. They went then from shooting threes to killing us on the inside. I think Kawhi just went off. It was just a talents difference. We were in it the whole game, just lack of talent, which is going to get us in a lot of games. That's what it was. That's why Kawhi is to me the best mid-range shooter in the game. And he went and that was his bread and butter, and he killed us.
Yeah, I agree, man. It just comes down to talent. Were there mistakes here? There are definitely some mistakes.
Yeah. Selfishness, too. You had quickly Obi take 2 bad threes he shouldn't have been taking. Quickly took 2 bad threes, shouldn't have been taken. And then RJ got selfish going to the paint. We were down by 5. He got the steal. And instead of passing it to Randall to make it a 3-point game, he went for it himself, tried to draw the foul, and couldn't get it.
Yep. I agree. That was a bad play. I think we had a 3-on-1, even though one of our guys was way too close to Randall, if I remember. But Randall was open for the pass, and that was just poor.
He went up for the layup with Kawhi around him. I'm like, that's not that easy, especially when you're down by 2. You need to pass it up. Even if you don't get the score, at least keep possession.
I agree wholeheartedly. Let me get to Chuck. You wanna give me some overall call in the game? What went wrong? Go ahead.
Yeah. I think the offense was bad. For one, there was no defense. There was no defense in the game, and the offense was too much ISO. And in the second half, all right, we need a point guard, right? So when you have your the person playing point guard taking more shots than your second best player, that's not a good thing. Now, fans look at the results and saying, "Oh, he's hot. He's making the shots. He's making the shots." But what he's not doing is getting other teammates involved, right? So there's no ball movement. So what we witnessed was quickly going 1-on-1 the whole third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but we're impressed by, oh, he's hot. He's making the shots. He's making the shots. But nobody else is involved. You know what I'm saying? So we need that player to get him off the ball and to get others involved. Even if it's somebody like Frank, I would put Frank in there because I know Frank is gonna pass to other people. So it keeps others involved. So when Quickly stops shooting, other people are already in the flow of the game. So, but the way he play, once he stopped shooting, now RJ got to find his rhythm again. Randall got to find his rhythm, and that's not team basketball, and it's not fun to watch for me. Others like it, but I don't like one man basketball. This is the reason why a lot of fans don't like Harden. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all him. But even Harden will give you 10 assists here and there with his high usage. Quickly is tunnel vision, and the passes he do make is the ones when he's driving to get that floater off.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, all the games are going to look like this, and I wouldn't start Quickly because I feel like Randall gets 16 shots a game and RJ get 15 shots a game. If you put Quickly in the starting lineup with those guys, those shots are going to go down. That's how I feel.
Wow, I agree with Chuck. I'm like I think he quickly shot us out of the game more or less tonight. We were in it, and then he started just racking up threes. So I feel like he needs to develop or learn a little bit more to give up the ball instead of because when he's hot, he gets too confident. He starts he took 2 deep threes that were literally nearly like Steph Curry land, and they weren't open. He had too many floaters. He's too about himself. He wants to get his own first before he gets the team involved. And we've seen nights where he goes like 2 for 10. So I agree. We can't have him starting because he's going to shoot us out of games. And I felt like he had a good game tonight scoring, but he shot us out of the game. When he was starting in the fourth quarter, the lead started to slip because he was taking dumb shots.
Yeah, I said this earlier where I feel that if Tom Thibodeau can run more sets again, like I was talking about with the triangle stuff like that, where you don't need a so-called point guard, you can have Quickly in the game and have him starting. But it's up to what Tom Thibodeau wants to do now. What they do a lot for Quickly, they did it for RJ as well tonight. Someone has a lot of clicking. Hold on, let me see. Why can't? No, I think it's Chuck. Hold on, let me see.
No, who's that at the bottom?
Yeah, that's Chuck. My bad. No, not Chuck. Not Chuck Allen. That's Chuck Charles B. Not Chuck Allen. I think it's true. But I'll let you back in when you want to say something. It's a lot of clicking for some. Like, watch. Let me see. I know it's your phone. It's just a lot of clicking.
Hold on. I'm gonna get my headphones.
All right, got you.
I'm gonna get my headphone.
Got you. All right. Yeah. So look, it's going to be tough going forward because EP is such a zilch. Even though he was getting some decent drives to the basket today, in the first half, he did end the game with 10 points. I mean, 3% from the field, but overall, he's just an inadequate point guard. And I even hate saying point. He's just basically a guard. He had 3 assists. He had 3 assists tonight. RJ had 2. Randall had 5. I mean, I didn't say Randall is the bread and butter of this team, but Lord Jesus, EP just can't help.
We need to make that Lonzo Ball, and that's why I think that them rumors from Shams, it's real, because I think Thibodeau knows he quickly can't start yet, and EP ain't it at all. So I think look, if you're gonna get Derrick Rose on the cheap, get him. But if not, get Lonzo Ball. And people were saying Steve Fox yesterday was complaining, oh, but his shooting numbers have gone down and everything. People got to realize Lonzo's playing at the 2 over in the Pelicans. He's playing off ball. They have Bledsoe on the ball. So that's why he's taking up more shots.
That's true, but even when he wasn't on the Pelicans, he was playing a point guard. He basically stayed. He lived near the top of the key or above the perimeter. He wasn't a guy who's going to drive into the heart of the defense and facilitate from there.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's why you have RJ to do that. You need a guy that can facilitate. And there's one thing about Lonzo. Yeah, he's not lived up to his second overall pick hype, but at least he can pass the ball and he can hit the 3.
Well, he can pass the ball, but look at the offenses, right? They have a lot more movement than our offense. Our offense is like it'll be movement off of the point guard's movement versus more off-ball movement where a point guard kind of sit back and make those slick passes. We don't really have that type of offense. Now, it may be because of personnel. Maybe Tom Thibodeau changed it up if Lonzo Ball comes here, but from what I've seen, he's just not that type of coach. And I'm still not giving up. I'm not giving up first for Lonzo or
No. I'm not giving up first. What I do is you wait for the Pelicans to get desperate to move them and throw them maybe 2 seconds. Because you could get him for 2 seconds, or you get him for Frank in a second. You get him on the cheap because they're.
If I get him for Frank in a second, I'll take that.
I'll give Frank in 2 seconds for him and JJ Redick because they're looking to move JJ
and JJ. Give us a nice shoot off the bench.
Yeah.
But let me get to Chuck Allen, man. Chuck Allen's been waiting patiently, bro. Chuck Allen, sir, give me some color in this game, man. What are your overall thoughts?
I was impressed with RJ. He looked pretty good going against Kawhi. Like I can't knock the kid. The thing that y'all said about quickly taking too many shots. How do we know it's not the coach telling him to go, giving him the green light to do what he's doing?
Yeah, that's true.
Because if he's coming off the bench, like really, who is there scoring off the bench, really? So the coach might have been telling him, like, yo, put the ball up. And then also, if you show yourself as an offensive threat, it opens up the offense. But I do agree with you, Joe. He doesn't get other people involved as much as he should. And when he's hot, he's definitely not giving up the ball.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing with him. We've seen games where he's got like 8 assists and he's facilitating, but he's a score-first guy. He gets his own, and then he tries to get others involved.
Well, here's one thing real quick on your point, Chuck, is that I do think that Tom Thibodeau was given a green light to shoot, and again, he's a young kid, he's a rookie. He's gonna learn this, but one thing that he's gonna have to develop is picking his spots. Having a feel for the game where if you're not shooting well and it looks like your shot is just short or whatever, pick your spots a little bit better. Go for the drive, throw the floater, go for the foul, slow the game down, let it come to you versus you shoot the. And obviously he got hot a little bit near the end, but he took that really bad 3 from deep where he was trying. I think he was trying to play a little bit of hero ball, right? And I think I'm not getting look again. The kid is young. I don't mind none of this at all whatsoever. But there's something we're gonna have to learn in the future, right? Close game like this. The Clippers came in, and I'll say this: the Clippers probably came in. They scored 37 in the second quarter, but they probably came in underestimating the Knicks, like a lot of so-called good teams do, right? And it's up to the Knicks to say, "Hey, let's surprise this team." Right? We had the Blazers where we wanted them, lost in them. We had the Jazz in the first half where we won them, we lost that, right? So it's just going to come down to, look, I don't think Quigley's a point guard, but it's going to come down to him understanding the game. on a higher level, not just, hey, use a pick, use a screen, run up, throw the floater, take these deep threes. He's going to have to learn, okay, when should I catch that hip? When should I try to attack the play to get him out the game? Things like that. And again, I have no problem with no one's game today. I'm not like plus like, oh, man, we lost this game. I actually like this. Your boy World Class was saying this is, I think it was World Class saying, like, this is a great, he didn't say these words, but he's basically saying, like, this is a great learning experience for these guys. And that's why you're playing against a team that should be in the Western Conference Finals or a contender for it, because you could say the Lakers, right? And there are a lot of things. Like, even outside of Quickly was not the guy who was so cool. The biggest culprit to this game was the defense. The pick and pop defense, terrible. Pick and roll defense. How many times they literally just showed a play, fourth quarter, 3:29. I think it was Kawhi Leonard who was driving, and this is a time. This might be it was Mitch, and I forgot who else was on it. I don't think it was RJ. Whoa! What is all this noise, man? They got sucked in so deep. Pause. Someone's gonna say pause. Into the defense, they kicked it out to. Y'all stupid, man. I can't even talk with y'all idiots, man. Screw y'all, man. They got pulled into the heart of defense so much. I hate this chat, man. That easy pop out to Serge Ibaka, who today had did he go 3 for 3 today? Did I say that? Oh man, I can't even play back. I said 3 for 4 from 3 today. And so
don't forget Patterson was 5 for 5 in the first half on threes.
This is all this. Tom Thibodeau just does not. He doesn't want to change his defensive play style, so he's going to get up to the players. Maybe they have to switch immediately when they know they have a pick and pop play going on, and they know that guy who's popping out can shoot the shot, because they're going to get burnt by these top teams that can do that. And the dribble drive penetration has been, everyone's telling me pause, man. I apologize for. I wasn't even thinking. I'm just thinking basketball. You guys are just sick in the head. I just thought that the defense was a major culprit. Sorry, Hinton, I didn't get to you, bro. What were your overall thoughts on the game?
Oh, nah, I was late, but some games you just get beat. You know what I'm saying? Some games the team is just better, and this is just one of those games where the Clippers were just better. You know, in critical situations, nobody made a play to get a stop. Nobody made a basket, and then it just poured on. You let Patterson get off in the first half. In the third quarter, you let Reggie Jackson get off. And then it was and then Kawhi was consistent. Paul was consistent. Like they just got beat, and sometimes the team is just better. And the Knicks are still a young team. You got beat by a grown man team. Young teams don't win in the NBA. Like, they're the inconsistent ones. The good and great teams, they're consistent because they're usually old. Young teams don't win in the NBA. The Knicks are a young team. You steal some games, but when they're ready to play, they turn it up. And you saw that in the beginning of the third quarter. They turned it up. Knicks wasn't ready.
Right. I agree. Let me ask you guys this. Even though I just talked about the defense, was what RJ and the team did against Kawhi Leonard, was that reality, or was that just a blip for the first half? Because Kawhi Leonard turned it on, but there were some really impressive defensive holds by RJ on Kawhi Leonard, who is one of the best mid-range scorers in the game. To me, I think he's a superstar, but again, obviously he doesn't play enough games to probably qualify in most people's minds, but I think he's one of the most talented players in the league.
He is.
Can we speak to that? RJ's defense on Kawhi Leonard, at least in the first half, is that growth by RJ, or was that just a slow night by Kawhi Leonard? Let me start with Chuck Allen.
I think it was a good defensive effort by him. I saw him moving his feet, putting his hand in his face, trying to contest. He can't do anything about not having the quickness. You know what I'm saying? Once the person got by him, the help defense was a little late sometimes. But Kawhi is crafty. He made adjustments. Like, you saw that one play where he kind of got by RJ. Mitch was coming. He stops, pulls up, hits that shot. I think RJ did the best that he could. I'm impressed with the kid. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't as high on him as most of y'all, and it was definitely killing me in the chat about. I saw him more as a Andrew Wiggins than an actual superstar. But the kid looked against Kawhi Leonard. This is the kind of game that I wanted him. him to play, and if he's this consistent, we got something, yo. We really got something.
All right, so I guess RJ slowly. Hey, that's all we can ask for, man. When these players come down, and they change their games for the better, man. It's a good feeling when you were wrong and wrong in the right way. So I'm not saying you were wrong, but you all have that where we have players that you don't believe in. And when RJ first got drafted, bro, if anybody remembers on MBK, I was a Ja Morant hand. I didn't want nothing else but that number 2 pick. And I got killed for it. I said Ja Morant over Zion. I said Ja Morant F the world, man. We didn't get Ja, man. And RJ Barrett, he's one of the guys I was scared of because, like, in college, obviously, he's an inefficient player, kind of a tweener, and really know what you had in him. But, you know, even from his rookie year where he wasn't the most efficient, you saw little things in his game. It was like, oh, there could be something there. So, again, RJ Barrett's taking steps. There were issues with his game. But overall, again, the kid went 23 points, 9 for 14 from the field. 9 for 14 is I'm gonna get this. Probably show you. Hold on, let me just get that's 64% from the field. Again, this is a guy who's shooting below 40 from the field, and he's still shooting 28% from 3, or a little bit below that. But the guy's coming up. Let me stop pontificating. Let me get to Chuck. Were you impressed at all with RJ Barrett's defense in the first half against Kawhi Leonard, or just Kawhi Leonard did he just turn on? Chuck. You're muted. I didn't mute you, bro. Hold on. Talk now. Try now.
Yeah.
All right, you good.
Yeah. All right. I think Kawhi let Paul George cook the first half. Then come the second half, he started chewing the RJ up, dunking in his face, making him look bad.
That was first of all, Chuck, that was only one dunk, and that dunk did hurt my heart, bro. I said, oh, that was like all the life went out of me when I saw that dunk, and I watched it again to make sure. Did he actually dunk on RJ? I was like, oh, that hurt my heart, man. But go ahead. My bad.
Yeah. So he started posting them and bullying them. But RJ, like you said, 60-something%. He needed to shoot more than that. 9 for 14. He needed to shoot more, and I felt like he got out of the flow of the game when quickly was taken over. So props to RJ on the offensive end. And there's nothing he could do with Kawhi. So I didn't expect him to slow Kawhi down at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I just give him props on the offense and a for effort on defense.
Yeah, RJ had that nice little nice little fadeaway near the baseline. Again, he's picking his spots a lot better, a lot cleaner. It's tough because we sit here and we want RJ to shoot more. And yeah, I can see quickly. I wonder if they're gonna make RJ like they did in the last game. The quickly wasn't in there where RJ had the ball. Even Alfred Payne was there. It was against the Cavs, and RJ Barrett was essentially the point guard. I wonder if they're gonna run a little bit more of that when Quickly's in there and just have Quickly play more ball off of RJ. And play more so with 2-man where you have maybe an RJ. You don't have, say, Randall in there. RJ Quickly. Essentially those two guys. And have where RJ is basically the facilitator. And say maybe a Mitch where if RJ could go get to the baseline. Because one thing the Knicks do a lot, they run that double screen. I see him running for RJ today in the second quarter, 4 minutes, 4:20, something like that, where RJ had that layup. And they run this double screen thing where it's like, say, Obi or Randall and then Mitch, and then it'll be Quickly or RJ run across or between those screens. But then Mitch sets the screen on RJ's guy or the guy who's trying to switch to RJ, and then he cuts to the basket. And they did that same thing for Quickly. And I wonder if you have Quickly in the corner, if RJ's running it, I want to see that play where Quickly's hitting those corner threes. Either in a corner on the wing where he's open. So there are a lot of things. I think today obviously is one example, but I think that if they have RJ being on more of the ball, playing more like the Jimmy Butler role, I think it could work. But it is what it is. Let me ask Joe your thoughts on RJ's game tonight versus Kawhi Leonard in the first half at least, or the whole game.
Yeah, I watched the game on Fox West, the Clippers broadcasters, and they were saying about we're not the only ones hyping up RJ. They were saying that the Knicks are going to be something special in a couple of years if they build this thing right around RJ and around Randall. They were saying how Randall should be an all-star, and then they were saying about how RJ has that crazy upside, and then that the funny thing is he's putting up these numbers on his second year, and they said it'd be scary to see what he can be in 4 or 5 years from now. So
Wow.
we're not the only ones sitting up harping RJ like we do with every player, like we're doing with Mitch. The Clippers broadcaster, and it's not the first time. I heard it with the Cavs too. They were saying how special RJ can be. RJ had a good game. I think he defended Kawhi well, but then Kawhi in the second half just turned it on. Kawhi to me is the second best player in the league ahead of Giannis because he can put up them numbers because Giannis to me is just driving to the basket type player. Kawhi mixes it up, 3-level score. He can go in the first quarter and play at half speed and put up numbers. And if he switches it on, nobody can stop his mid range. Nobody. So for RJ to do that well against Kawhi, it's nothing. And RJ had decent defense in the first half, but just Kawhi just went off in the second. And you can't blame RJ for that because Kawhi's unstoppable when he gets going.
What about? So the thing with the Clippers, I get, but then the rest of the team. I mean, they had guys who hitting big threes. Like, is there any way you can fix this perimeter defense with the way we play this so-called ice pick and roll defense?
See, to me, what they were doing was they were defending the paint like they did against the Cavs, and the Clippers were hitting threes. And once they started defending the perimeter more, then Kawhi got to cook around the mid range, and kept cooking. And see, that's what you're going to struggle with when you have lack of talent. Like I heard on the broadcast, they were talking about the Knicks as an elite defensive team, and to me, I was like, that's a little bit of a reach because we don't have that. We have good defenders and we're playing in a good system, but we don't have that elite defensive stopper like every championship team usually has. So they were a little bit because they were saying about how the Clippers offense picked up a little bit on an elite defense. I'm like, the defense was off tonight. Even at the beginning, the Knicks looked like they were going all offense, but no defense. The defense was very, very poor. I feel if they had that regular intensity like they usually have on defense, we could have won the game or could have been a little bit closer. But the defense, to me, was not good at all.
I just feel like we're always going to have bad perimeter defense given the style that Tom Thibodeau wants to play. Yeah, I mean, that ice pick and roll defense where the big guy has to hold and then can't really get back to his guy who's out on the top who's popping out. Any team with big men who can shoot the shot, shoot the perimeter shot, you're gonna suffer each and every game. Think about every team that has a big man who can shoot the ball adequately, you suffer. Which is why I'm surprised our so-called 3-point defense ranks or the percentage is that high or that good. We were, I think, ranked third before this game. So I just don't get it. I don't know why Tom Thibodeau doesn't adjust.
And that's why to me I like Mitch. Mitch, one of the best defensive centers in the game, and he's very good around the rim when putbacks, and he's quick getting up off the floor. But to me, you need a 3-point shooter, and I think the Clippers realized that when they let Montrezl Harrell go and they brought in Ibaka, and that's going to make that Clippers team. I think that Clippers team would be very, very close to beating the Lakers because they brought that stretch 5, so-called stretch 5 in. And I think you need it because in today's NBA, it's all about stretching the floor. And to me, what stands out about the Knicks are going to struggle is when your 3 best players is RJ, Randall, and Mitch, and none of them can shoot, you have a problem. Like Randall's shooting's got better, RJ's shooting got better, so it's made us a little bit better. But when one of them isn't a 40% shooter or a 38 in around that 40 range shooter, then you're going to have a problem because teams aren't going to respect the 3-point shot.
Remember what I said the other day? If you can't shoot, you can't play.
Yep.
Like you
True.
can't play. Like
It's
you have
becoming
to.
that type of league, man. It's
And
already there.
also in the add-on, you also need more athletes. We need to be more athletic on the wing. We don't have athletes on the wing. Like as good as Mitch is as athletically. If Mitch is your best athlete, you still have a problem because he's only going to block the rim, which is good. But to get stops, you need athletic wings. You need speed. You need that. That's what we need.
We have an athletic wing that doesn't know how to use his athleticism.
That's true. He didn't play today, did he?
No, he didn't play. And that's what I said a couple of days ago. Every game he's working his way out of the rotation. Knox might only get minutes because Bullock's back now, so you don't see him. So, and that's what I kind of predicted. I'm like, you're only going to see him when guys get hurt, or if we blow somebody out, or we're getting blown out.
So let me get to some other guys, man. So and I was going to ask this question about the DMP on Knox, man. So let me ask you, Chuck, because we know Chuck the hater, not Chuck. Chuck the benevolent and Chuck Allen. Let me get to Chuck the hater. So give me some color on Knox, bro. Does this spell the end of Knox? Because we know you hate Knox, which is, I mean, some of your reasons for not liking him are they're justified. But is this the end of Knox? Now you see Obi get, I don't say his minutes, but the last game in Cleveland, he scored the 5 and 13. Even though he only had 5, he looked a lot more active. A lot more useful in his offense where you're sending the constant screens, just moving about, just a lot more active than St. Knox, who literally gets stuck in the corner. I've seen quickly have to basically wake him up and say, hey, get out the corner to get the pass. I've seen it. Is this basically a spell of Knox, especially with DSJ going over to G League? Does Knox need that yet? Or what's happening to Knox? He's stuck in purgatory? What's going to happen with this dude?
Well, I don't know if I don't know if he'll go to the G League, but I'm putting it more on. I didn't expect Bullock to start when he came back. I thought it would be Burt.
Nah, he's our best. Tibbs has balance, Chuck. Tibbs wants that more of a defensive wing who could possibly shoot versus the microwave guy with lesser defense. Like literally, Bullock is our best pick and roll defender on the team, and everybody picks and rolls.
He's best in the league. He's one of the top 5 pick and roll defense in the league.
So we needed that. Let me say it like this. Thibodeau was going to lean on that. Let me say it like that.
Yeah, so being that Burke is a starter, that kind of takes Knox out. Opposed to if it was not Burke, Bullock. Being that Bullock's a starter. Look, I feel if Burks was the starter, I think Knox would get minutes over Bullock from the bench. But he won't get minutes over Burks from the bench. And Obi gets spot minutes, so I don't really consider Obi taking Knox minutes. I think it's more of the Burks Bullock that cancels out Knox. So as long as Bullock's going to start and Burks is healthy, I don't see Knox getting too many minutes.
Yeah.
What
about you, Hinton? Look at Chuck smiling. This is disgusting. Chuck was just smiling at the fact that Knox is proving himself.
Nah.
This guy.
I'm gonna say this, right? I wanted Knox, but it was out of 3 choices when we drafted. It was Knox, Bridges, and I wanted Lonnie Walker, right?
Oh,
so I was happy with him in his rookie season, because he played well. He was getting 12 points a game. He was going through his mistakes. But to me, he still hasn't gotten better. Like he still runs with his head down. He's always sulking. Like when he does something, like you can always see Knox mannerisms when he's playing. Like you can see his attitude, and it's just frustrating to watch. But at the end of the day, he's not getting better. And you know what happened? They signed Burks. They signed Burks, Rivers, and Bullock. Those were his replacements, and he should have saw that. And then when you drafted Obi, if Obi would have show anything, he was going to take his minutes. So Kevin didn't see that, and he's not playing with urgency. He has to play with urgency, and he's not doing that still. So you know what? It is what it is at this point. I'm washing my hands with him.
Damn. And whoever has to go pick up some food or something, go pick up the food, man. Don't leave
That's my bell. That's my bell. My son needs to go pick. My son needs to let my wife in. Any other time he's racing to the door to beat me to it, but I was in the middle of talking to y'all, so I couldn't get up in the middle of conversation. I could have picked up my computer and walked, but
nah, no problems, man. Speak to Fred Duncan, man. Salute. We got a few new people. Fred Duncan. We got Mr. Wolf. Salute, man. It says happy how RJ played defense on the backyard bully like Kawhi. By next year, RJ and Sabo his work ethic. Kawhi Leonard is a freaking bully, man. In the post, at beast. I haven't seen anybody like him in a while. With that size, I don't want to say quickness, but he could get to the cup. He could shoot the three. Dude's a beast when he's actually healthy. But let me get to Chuck Allen, man. Your thoughts on Kevin Knox and the DNP today, man? What does that say for his future? What does that say for at least the rest of the season?
It could be just one game, but I want to speak to something that my man just said a few minutes ago about Kev running with his head down, not showing any enthusiasm. If I can use this analogy, there's a difference between a person that has a career and a person that has a job and how they approach their work. I don't know if this is Kev's career, because sometimes you can have people in the background saying, well, you're 6'8" or 6'9", you need to be doing this, you should be playing this, and you should be doing that.
Yep.
Just the fact that I'm not saying that you shouldn't listen to your parents, but your father convinced you to stop playing football, stop pursuing football to play basketball. That might be an issue for him. Like, he looks like his heart is not in it. Like, yo, well, this is, I could make $6 million, $5 million a year doing this. I might as well do this. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be opposed. I would say I'm wrong with what I'm thinking. If Kev does say, since I'm not playing, send me to the G League, and then takes his game to another level. But if he continues the way he is, then I'm like, my man, I gotta wash my hands with him too. Like, yo, I have high hopes for him, but if he doesn't show me, like, yo, I want to play, like, you're gonna have to play me. You're gonna have to make some tough decisions, Tom. Like, y'all drafted me at 9, and I'm balling like I should have been drafted at 4 or 3. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure if Kev Hart is in playing basketball. That's my take.
And we talked about this time and time. And you probably obviously in the chat, but we at least I agree with you. We talk about so many times. It's like you watch him and it's like you don't see that fervor, man. Like I saw Derrick Jones Jr. or Derrick Jones, the kid on the Blazers. Like, this guy was flying baseline. Like, the dude was like, I don't know how to put it. He was like a jet fighter, just flying around, getting rebounds, dunking, cutting bit. Like, and I'm watching this guy. It's like you could tell this dude, like, he may not have been the most so-called talented or the most highly touted, but you see there's a fervor about him. And I'm looking at a guy like Kevin Knox. You might get that flash play. You might get a dunk on Ben Simmons once in a while. People try to say it's young. I'm not sure if it's being young, because they're young players who want to take your head off. They're young guys who they may not be nowhere near as talented as, say, Kevin Knox, and they want to kill you. And they'll make mistakes. They'll give up a turnover. They'll do something stupid, but they want to kill you. I don't see that from Kevin Knox. And granted, look, Bullock just came back, but when you think about Kevin Knox's role, let's be honest, where's his best spot on the floor? It's the corner. And even then, he's been ineffective, and we don't even have the point guard to truly get it out to him. So right now, he'd be a zero by his own doing and by design, right? So, damn, it is tough for Kevin Knox, man. I'm not the biggest Kevin Knox fan. Wasn't when he was drafted, but I was kind of hoping that he would at least provide some value from the corner in a game where he could have used it, and he just wasn't chosen. Damn. Let's get something interesting, man. Next year, how hard are you going after Kawhi Leonard to try to get him on the Knicks? That boy, I mean, I was like, yo, all right, this is a tease, because I know in the second half he's going to kill it. There's no way he could be this weak in the first half. And lo and behold, he was an absolute demon. But I'm not convinced by Tyronn Lue being the so-called coach to kind of hold him over. Kawhi Leonard already said, hey, if I'm healthy, I'm going to test the market. Is there any chance in hell a guy who's a two-time championship winner, I believe he's also two-time finals MVP as well, too, if I remember. Is there any way the Knicks could get this dude, man? And would you guys get him even with his allegedly arthritic knees and all those issues, injury issues?
No.
Someone said he's not leaving. Hey.
He's not. He's not. Paul George signed that new contract. He's staying there with George. He had George come over to play with him. He's not about to leave Paul George. Plus, he wanted to be in LA. So, nah, he ain't coming to New York.
He'll walk across the hall first.
Go ahead, Chuck.
He'll walk across the hall first. Like he'll go to the Lakers first before he comes to the Knicks. And you could say, "Oh no, he wouldn't do." Yeah, he would and he could.
All right, I don't think he's going to the Lakers.
If he were to leave the Clippers, where else would he go? Golden State?
If he won one with the Clippers, you know what I'm saying? You don't think he would? You don't think there's like a 2% chance?
Nope. Try to get 2 in a row.
Nah, he's not coming. He's home. No. Like, you're the king of your castle. Why are you leaving your castle? You know? Home.
That is true, but that is true.
Ain't no but.
He will be the king here if he came to New York.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing. We haven't won in 20 years, so that don't matter to nobody.
You have the Clippers, and obviously I'm talking about the Clippers. You know, I was talking about the Clippers winning when we leave, but they haven't won one either. So if they lost, the Clippers got that much of a crazier, better history than the Knicks. They don't have a championship.
But exactly. That's why he's not going to leave. He's going to be king. Like, you're going to be the king of LA.
I'm sorry, man. C-Max said we a BBW with a box body.
Yo.
Yo, you're stupid, man.
That's big fact.
Wow, I hate you, bro. Holy crap, I hate this guy, man.
The only way we're getting somebody is to trade for him, and then that'll make us attractive. So we just gotta win games. I hate to say we have to do like the Nets because I hate them. I don't really hate them, but you gotta have to do some of that,
Right. Do you think though that our culture is changing where we can attract?
Oh yeah, the culture's already changed. You can see it. The culture's already changed. But we're still gonna have to do something first, or we're gonna have to develop. And that's what it is.
We have to hit on some draft picks, some more draft picks, because that's what Brooklyn did. They hit on their draft picks.
They got lucky because they hit on.
And then they were able to flip those guys.
I agree, man. This year is one where if you have multiple, and I get to this Mavs because they lost again yesterday. This is the 5th in a row. But this is a draft where if you're lucky enough to have one in the lottery, in a good part of the lottery, and then another one, say even in maybe the latter part of the lottery, or even just in that mid-20s range or teens range, you can hit big in this draft. So I damn. But give me some color, man. The Mavs lost again yesterday. How are we looking out with this KP trade? Because everybody wants to talk about KP over Randall. And Randall is a better player than KP. I'm not sure that's like this up to debate thing. KP has just looked he's not that number 2 guy. Every other article I see is when can the Mavs get a number 2 guy? I thought KP was supposed to be that guy. But how's that Mavs pick looking? How's that trade looking out for us right now? Is Steve Mills is he the Dark Knight right now? Is he a hero that we always wanted but not the one we deserved? I'm actually saying this about bum ass Steve.
Well,
Mills.
To me, the trade is looking like DSJ and the 2 second-round picks. I mean, no, not the 2, but the first, whatever that first-round pick turned into. And that's what was it? 1 first or 1 second?
Now we got 2 number 1s.
Yeah, 2021, 2023. I think 2023 is protected, right?
Yeah, it's the top 10 protected.
Top 10. Yep.
All right, so it's going to come down to those picks because DSJ is already off the table. So I don't put Randall in that because we could have got Randall with KP. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like we traded for Randall. So to me, it's DSJ and then 2 picks. So we won't know we won until we see what those 2 picks turn into.
Yeah, that's facts.
And can you guys give me two realistic draft picks that if we got, say, in that lottery, just playing around, in that lottery and slightly outside the lottery, who would you choose? That would take I don't want to say take us over the top because it won't. I don't think, at least not in the first year or whatever, but that you're like, yo, this Knicks team's on the right path. 2 college prospects.
Oh, for me, it's easy. You either come away with one of the 2 point guards and Kuminga. If you get Mobley, I'll be okay with that. But I would take one of the 2 point guards and Kuminga, and I'll be happy. But I know that's going to be super hard because you're going to have to be in the top. You have to have both picks in the top 5 to get that.
Yeah, that's going to be.
The Knicks are too good for that. So all you have to do is just pray for the Mavericks to just keep falling.
Oh shoot, my dude Chris, man, this guy's still on.
So
I don't think he's on. I think he's on. Yeah. First of all, because me and Nick keep going back. Nick G, we keep sending each other freaking videos and stuff on these draft picks, man. And yesterday we were talking about Kuminga, and I think he sent me something on Green, man. Green is starting to get to me, bro. Now, obviously, Kincaid hit that big shot yesterday. I believe it's against Arkansas, right? But
yeah. He hit it in the last 20 seconds. He hit the jumper to close it out. Yep, I was watching.
But then I watched Jalen Green, bro. That boy Jalen Green's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem, man. Look, if you gave me Jalen Green and Corey Kispert, we're good. You give me a knockdown, you give me a deadly shooter and a disgusting two. Now, obviously, but that's hard, man. If you gave me Suggs,
you gotta have one of the point guards.
Only a few though. They're not many. I mean, you have a few.
Yeah, that's it.
He's not a combo guard. Sharif Cooper is I don't
want him. He's too small. At the end of the day, I need my point guards to be at least, like in the way the NBA is going. Number one, they're gonna have to shoot, but they're gonna have to be at least 6'3". Like you got to be at least 6'3". Like we have preferences. Like that's my preference. You got to be at least 6'3". So you got to be at least quickly, because you see quickly 6'3". But
and he gets beasted on defense.
He's small. So why would I want a guy who's even smaller than that? And I know there's anomalies and special guys, but in the NBA, you get exposed when it's critical. Just look at Kemba. He always gets exposed in the playoffs.
Bro, did y'all see the game yesterday versus the Lakers?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, man. There was one block where he tried to go up. I forgot who. It was like a double block. And I was like, yeeks. And he missed that. He missed the final shot too, man. But damn, I mean, because the thing about it is that when I talk about this would be the draft to hit. If you're talking about a team already where people are talking about RJ Barrett is this and Juice Randle's that, like when I watch the Celtics and I watch how Jaylen Brown and Tatum play together, like those are the tandems I want for this team, bro. I want 2 young players who like playing with each other. That's what I was talking about on Friday when I was talking about with Quickly and Obi. Right, the potential between those two, like when they were playing together, when Obi was sending the picks for IQ and IQ hit the that three from the wing, I mean, you could just see that budding into something a lot greater than what it is right now. So, if you come into this draft and you could get those, 2,
maybe I said we have to get more athletic on the wings, because when you think about the future, you got Ben Simmons in this division. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna have to start beating the guys in your division, and the 2 best guys are actually Tatum and Brown. So you're gonna have to make them work as much as they make us work, and you're gonna have to come up with other weapons where they're not working. So which is why we have to get the point guard.
Yeah, right now, I mean, EP is
because those guys are gonna be a problem for RJ, because Brown is the same size as him, and Tatum is still growing. He's like 6'10" now, they say. So RJ's only still 6'6", 6'7". So we don't even know if he's still growing. He's been bigger than everybody else all his life. So now he's the same size as everybody. So he's even on an even playing field. So you have to get more athletic on the wing. You have to. Like there's no you have to.
And Alton Lee said B.J. Boston and Garza. I think he's trolling with that, man. I ain't getting no Garza from Iona. Hell no. Are you bugging? No. And B.J. Boston scares me, right? We've talked about CAA and UK.
Yeah, I'm not touching
it. Where if you have a potential player, because again, B.J. Boston I still think is a talented player, but there's a lot of development. He's not getting that at UK right now, just how that team's constructed and the coach.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just B.J. Boston just seems like one of those guys where it might happen where, you know what I mean? They pull that on us where it's like, hey, he's UK and we overpick him, which I don't want.
But that's what happened with that's where we get caught up with Kevin, even though the Kentucky guy is here, but Kevin is just Kevin got overdrafted. So
terribly. But let me get to you guys about DSJ, man. DSJ has finally made the choice to go to the G League, which I think he should have. That's Chuck's boy. Chuck was rooting for him, said he's going to give us 15-6. Then he changed it to 9-4. And you know things happened. Salute to Evo Guapo. Salute. Who do you think is most NBA ready? Let me answer that real quick from Keyshawn. Who's the most NBA ready? It would probably be Cade right now. When you watch Cade, I can't even call him. He's not really a point guard. He's just a guard, right? The way he sets up his shots, he gets into spots. It's very point guard savvy. Very point guard savvy. You know, he doesn't play with this elite speed or burst, but just how he processes the game. When he plays off of defenders' missteps, like you just watch him. He's just a grown man playing against boys. Even though he's not this uber dominant player, but you can see like, damn, if you put him on the team with like just one other player or just some talent, I can easily see him first year giving you 15, 16 off of like 42, 43% shooting.
Who's this?
Go ahead, Joe.
No, who are you talking about?
I'm talking about K because Keyshawn asked who you think is NBA ready.
Yeah. That Mavs pick could get us close.
We just talked about it, bro.
Yeah.
We just talked about your boy. Chris is in the building, man. Salute to Chris, man. How you doing, Chris? You hear us, Chris?
I'm doing good. How about you?
How's it going?
Yeah,
we're chilling, man. Yeah, we're chilling right now, man. We're just talking about some college prospects, and we're just gonna get to DSJ. And I want to ask Chuck first because DSJ was his homie.
Actually, hold on. Guillermo, just
it's the most NBA ready.
Can you speak a little bit louder, Chris? You sound really low. I can't hear you.
Can I tell you who is the most NBA ready?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Cade Cunningham from Oklahoma State.
Wait. We forgot. Chris is from Oklahoma. So he's going to be a homer for his team, bro. He's always going to pick Kincaid Cunningham. I agree, though. But go ahead. Why do you like Kincaid, bro?
I think he would be a good player on this Knicks team.
Yeah.
Passing will help make other players better.
Yeah, dude, Kincaid, man, I've watched a few games. I mean, he let me down a few games. I ain't gonna lie, but it's tough, man. This college season, again, I do not. When we were talking about this, Joe, the other night about trading for, oh my gosh, your boy.
Who for Beal?
Beal, yeah, Bradley Beal. I'm sorry, my memory is shot. I don't want to touch a pick this year in terms of whichever pick comes out better. Between ours and the Mavs, we just can't.
I thought about that too, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm looking at Mitch. If Cade and Suggs are off the board, I'm going for Mobley. I can't. I'm not paying Mitch more than $10 million for a dude. Listen to this, right? If he's talking about Rudy Gobert numbers, and people are saying, "Oh, well, Mitch could put the same." Mitch is barely putting up 9 and 6. Over 30 minutes that he's 7 foot. Your 6'8" power forward is averaging more rebounds than your 7 foot center. Think about that. Like, and what, like, I'm not paying him any more than $10 million a year. And
Your
I don't even know if that, because look what Noel's getting, $5 million, and Mitch barely does maybe a little bit more than Noel, but not $5 million more, $10 million more. I'm not Mitch. Mitch is tradable. You can get what Mitch does. You can get that in the second round of next year's draft, or with your late first round pick if you wanted to.
By the way, Mitch tonight, 9 points, or today, this afternoon, 9 points, 6 rebounds, 3 defensive, 3 offensive, 1 block. Yeah, and against a team, I mean, who's the big man? Zubac?
Yeah.
They were just getting passes to Zubac up the pick and roll.
And Ibaka isn't a bona fide center. He's a
he's like
ball 5, but he's a 4.
He was torching Mitch today. He had Mitch on skis today. He had him. Bro. He was preaching. He was doing everything.
How many times did Mitch go for the fake? Top of the key. I was like, Mitch, stay on your effing feet. You are 7 feet, bro. Just use your hand is enough of a nuisance. You can reset
7'6" wingspan. What are you doing? And where was this Mitch that used to be able to get from the paint to the 3-point line in a quick of an eye? We don't see that anymore. He's slow getting out to the 3-point line to defend threes.
No, I think I think when it stopped. Remember when he got hurt on that Team USA thing where it was Kuzma? Like Kuzma had him like on a 3. Remember they showed like a video of it where Mitch got hurt.
Yeah,
like he tweaked his knee, and I think ever since that, he doesn't really come out to he's not uber aggressive on the because that rookie season he was a demon.
Yeah, he was.
He would kill you. He would just jump out, not even just jump to block, like come out, get his feet set, and everything. And since then, the second year, I didn't see much of that, or I didn't see as much of it as he did after that Team USA. But DSJ, let's get to Chuck's favorite player, man. DSJ, Chuck, give us some color on your bro. DSJ, man, what does this spell out for his career? 15 games in a bubble in Disney, starts February 10th. Will he ever grow into an actual point guard? Is he going to take the Trey Burke route and just become a combo guard who can shoot off the ball a little bit better, attack players, pick his spots on the floor like Trey Burke does now? What's happening with your boy Trey Burke,
man? Whatever he become, it won't be with the Knicks. I think him going to the G League is a silent way of saying trade me, but he don't want to cause controversy.
He has no leverage though.
But
I mean, it makes no leverage. He has no value.
He don't want to rot on the bench. He definitely don't want to rot on the bench. So I think he won out. He just don't want to say trade me. So send me to the G League. Let me get some reps. Because what are you warming up for? You're not going to play. You know what I'm saying? So he might as well stay in shape down there and hope he get traded by the deadline. But once he get traded, it depends on where he go. He could go back to his 15-5 in the right situation. But it won't be with the Knicks.
Wait, Chuck.
I will say wherever he goes.
I'm gonna let you do that, Chuck. Are you still harping on that 15? You think look at you? That's why you're smiling. You know it's BS. You still talking about that bum ass 15-5 off of 29% usage, 39% from the field. I believe it was his first the rookie year. 33 or 32% from 3. You still harping on that bum ass 15-5? You really think that DJ has all this value that has not been tapped, or you're just trying to make sure your point remains intact somehow?
Well, I said in the right situation, and as far he don't have no value right now. They already gave they destroyed his value like they destroyed Frank's value, and they're doing the same thing with Knox's value.
Now you're a Franker now. Hold on. Where's my phone? I gotta this.
No.
Oh man.
He's right. They're doing the exact same thing with Knox's value. They're doing the exact same thing.
No, don't let Chuck now Chuck is a Franker?
What?
No, but I'm just saying he's right though. They dropped DSJ's value, they dropped Frank's value, and they do the same thing with Knox now.
How did they drop Frank's value when he can't play? He's never healthy when he has opportunity.
He had value.
They don't play him.
Yeah, he had value at the beginning of the year as a guy that can hit threes, a little bit, couple of threes, and play a solid defense. But he's not playing now, so his value is diminished.
That's on the team. Okay, hold on. If you're a guy like Tom Thibodeau, right, and you run a tight lineup, bro, and someone keeps getting hurt, well, you want to give the opportunity. I'm talking about Frank, not DSJ. And the guy keeps getting hurt, then you run with a team that's actually winning or doing better than expected. Let me say. I don't think it's that easy to just come in and say, hey, Frank, get these many minutes, right? When you already have a so-called, I'm saying well-oiled machine, but you already have your guys in the system. Frank's opportunity, I don't know if it's physiological. I don't know what's up with him. How many times when Frank has an opportunity to step up, he gets hurt? Something is wrong with him mentally and physically, where it's just combined, maybe anxiety. DSJ, on the other hand, opportunity was not going to help DSJ. He always needed the G League, or he always needed a place to go back, either find his court awareness, his point guard skills, where I think it's harder, or become a Trey Burke combo guard. And that's going to entail him shooting off the ball better, him picking the spots on the floor better, him developing those shots. Obviously, when you pick your spots, developing some type of proficiency from those spots. But other than that, DSJ, again, can someone tell me, what is DSJ's value if it's not his athleticism?
He don't have no value.
DSJ's not an NBA player.
Value up.
Oh, wait, excuse me, Hinton. Please say that one more time.
I said DSJ is not an NBA player.
Oh,
just because you have talent and you could do a couple of things, that don't mean you could play in the NBA. His game is not for the NBA. Go play in China.
He averaged 15 in the NBA. You can't say somebody who averaged 15 in the NBA is not an NBA player.
He's regressed. He's not beating out nobody on the Knicks. And the thing is, IQ has came in and took this thing over.
He's not
like it's over.
He's not playing.
Exactly.
He's not playing.
Yeah, because IQ beat him out.
IQ beat him out. IQ guys, Frank. Yo, these guys
he
can
didn't have
go.
to beat him out. He didn't play. You got all right.
He
In order to beat somebody
opportunity
out,
to
you
play.
got to play him.
He lost his job the day
You gotta
that
play to
IQ started playing in the Cavs in that preseason game, and he put up them numbers in that preseason game. That's all you need to see. Frank and DSJ was done after that preseason game. This has been over since then.
All right, so you saying that Rivers beat out Frank? He's not playing. You can't say you beat somebody out that don't play.
Okay, but
all right. So check this out, right? We played ball, right? We play ball, right? I think we've all played ball, right? You see it in practice. You know who could play and who can't play. He can't play. He can't play on this team.
Knox is being beat out now too.
And Chuck, just on the Frank thing, right? Because you said Frank and Austin Rivers, right? I agree with you. They're both hurt. But who had a better resume? Granted, Rivers has more years. Who overall has a better resume? Who are you trusting to play? If I gave you Frank and Rivers and said one of these guys have opportunity, right? They both didn't get any playing time in their piece and they're hurt. Who are you giving it to, Chuck?
All right, for one is a project, right? So you're trying to see what you got with one. You're trying to see what you got with one. For one, Thibodeau is a defensive coach, and Frank's supposed to be this defensive guy, and you don't give him no shine. Rivers had somebody need to go on mute. Rivers had a string of games where he was just terrible. He had a string of games where he was terrible, right? But he stuck with him. So I said that to say this. Thibodeau stays with his rotation. You know what I'm saying? If he was being fair, Rivers would have played his way out of it with those bad string of games he had. And he would have gave somebody else a look. So no matter how bad Rivers played, quickly went 1 for 11 in one game. Frank is not allowed to do that. DSJ is not allowed to do that. But a rookie is. He's stuck with his with his rotation. That's all that is. So it's not like you beating somebody out. They're not getting the chop. They're not getting the fair shake.
Do you think that, Chuck, when they see these
How
guys
you go out
in practice, when they see these guys in preseason, and they're like, don't you think that you could get proper color to say, all right, let me at least start the season with this guy getting more minutes than the other guy? And then you have DSJ. The fact that
go ahead. All right, so Frank was that bad in preseason that he deserved DNPs?
He got hurt.
Yeah, but he got hurt.
He's not hurt now.
Yeah, but like I said, guys that you've been all right. Put it like this: do you think that there's a spot with Frank right now? Well, I guess you could say EP, right? But you said it yourself, Frank is not truly a point guard. So even when we're talking about minutes, he'd be coming at that so-called stretch. I don't say stretch. Sorry, off.
That's why I said Rivers.
Hard. Okay, I mean maybe that's the only guy. But again, Frank.
That's why I use Rivers.
I think Frank is another guy who's angling just to get out of here, right? He's not picked up for next season. He's a free agent. Rivers is here for 2 more years after the season. It might be one of those situations where I think that Frank, not saying he was milking the injury, but he may have iterated to the guys like, hey, it is what it is. 'Cause I don't know. With Frank, I used to be a so-called Frank supporter. I know Bodega Wi-Fi is in here because he'll kill me over it. But too many times Frank just underachieved when he's given that spotlight to be that guy, whether it's consistency, whether it's just getting hurt. So he might be done. As for DSJ, though, do you think DSJ – now, this is a league that they will take combo guards who will score, I think, in an instant. And I agree with you. I don't think he's going to be with the Knicks, even though I made a video saying, hey, if you can find some value, if you could develop into that type of guy, 15 games is not enough. But give me, because I want to hear this for the future. Bodega Wi-Fi is here, by the way. Give me a stat line for your boy DSJ if he's not here on this team next year.
Well, I gotta wait to see where he go first. Like, is he going to be the second string, the third string? I got to.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
Yeah, I gotta wait to see I gotta wait to see where we go. But as far as if I don't think Frank is good. All right, I don't think he's good. I don't think Knox is good. But you making it worse when you don't play these guys and you try to trade them. You're not going to get nothing for them. You know what I'm saying?
I think at this point, they're just like with Frank, it is what it is. Like, I just think with Frank and DSJ, their value is so low. They're just like, we know we're not going to get much for them. We know it. It is what it is. Let them go. Because those guys, you throw them in as like, put like this, Chuck. For you to showcase DSJ at his so-called level of play, you need to give him a lot of minutes and a lot of usage on the ball. And that's not going to help anybody. As bad as EP is, DSJ will probably be just as bad or even worse as EP. You talking about a guy, we talk about his defense, whatever, but again, you're talking about more. EP at least could take on bigger guards like DSJ can't. And I know the preseason is, he played good defense. That's 4 preseason games, right? At least EP has had some resume of playing decent, good, or adequate defense against sizable guards. I just feel like you put DSJ in there, he's slowing down the whole. Like, you have to give him too much of the offense to see any production out of him. I mean, he can't play off of Randall. It's not like EP could do it, but I've seen at least EP get to the basket and finishing games. I don't see DSJ doing that. Nowhere near as good as or as effective as EP. And then with Frank could have value as a 3-and-D player. So that's up. I just think that with Tom Thibodeau, he just likes the guys who he's been running with. He doesn't want to mess up the so-called continuity, even though I think he plays a little bit too small of a lineup or too small of a roster at times. But yeah, DSJ, bro.
Knox have value. Knox has value, but Tibbs is diminishing his value. That's
so
actually, he might not be by not playing them, because actually, the more you play him, sometimes the more you expose him. So maybe this might be a good time not to play him.
Oh, damn, so bad that he has a negative correlation to more playing time. Holy crap!
Yeah, because you got to think about that. Sometimes you got some, like, that's how you win trades. Sometimes you got to know what you got more than they do. We've been getting beat a lot on that. So sometimes the other guys.
Knox is just, but they put this is what I don't like. They put Knox in the place to succeed.
CJ Mack, that's not no funny, bro.
Come on, son. Like, how many? Come on. How many non-superstar or high-level star players get a chunk of the offense geared towards them, and they still can't execute? He has a corner all by himself, and he hasn't been hitting those shots.
He got cold. He's been cold the last week.
Well, he don't get the ball. Who's giving him the ball in the corner?
That's true. But at the same time, when you get the opportunity, you got to knock it
He hasn't
down.
get a lot, Chuck, but he has been getting in the few times he does get it, he's not hitting shots. So they go away from him because he doesn't do anything else. But like this, okay, fair enough. He doesn't get the ball. Chuck. Does he do anything else in the game to impact the game on any level?
Well, they said quickly unlocks Knox. That's not quickly don't unlock anybody except
Who said
himself.
that? Who said that?
Everybody quickly unlocks the offense. He unlocks Knox. He unlocks Obi.
Okay. You see, hey, Chuck thinks he's slick. See, Chuck, Chuck is King Petty. If you have an argument with Chuck, he is not going to let this down one eye. Look. Tim from Man's and Knicks, man. If you want to come on here and not debate, you're going to blow our shit for that. But if you want to talk with Chuck about Chuck's points, because Chuck is really Chuck thinks he's slick. Either he goes aggressive with Tim.
Hold up, Tim.
Go ahead.
Tim's in here.
No, I don't think
Tim's in here.
Tim sometimes he peeks out. I don't think he's in right now. I think he's with Man and the Knicks.
Oh, Tim, if you in here, you're a bum.
Oh no!
No, played.
Tim,
Chuck, that's not very nice. That's not very nice, sir.
Tim,
You're supposed to read toxic.
Suit to character LeBron, man. Character LeBron. Because all right, let's get to this, bro. Because I didn't want to come in to Men's and Knicks and seem like I was saving Chuck. Because last time Tim was saying that, Andre Drummond, he's a great defensive center. And I'm like, dogs, like one of my good friends from college is from Grand Rapids, Michigan. He's not a Detroit Pistons fan, but he follows the team enough. He'd be like, bro, Drummond is not. And I had to come with facts behind Coach Colorblocks. And people try to make a scene with me and Coach Colorblocks like, that's my goon. Or I'm like, nah. It's like, I met Coach Colorblocks on Lawrence Tears. He comes on my show. He comes on Lawrence Tears. Like, I don't control Coach Colorblocks. I don't agree with everything Coach Colorblocks says. But I like people who have different opinions. Might break my cognitive dissonance. I might break his. But it's a good discussion. So he came in with the Drummond thing. I had to come in and be like, yo, Drummond ain't that. Salute to Knicks fan for life on IG. Please subscribe to Knicks fan for life. Subscribe to MBK. Subscribe to Man to Knicks. Subscribe to Lawrence Tears, man. Stop playing around. Because I wonder if the coaching staff is doing what Frank and DJ in the background. Could it be positive guys up here for the second half of the season? I don't know about that. We get playing time because again, their contracts are up. DJ, they can offer him the qualifying contract, but they probably won't. And Frank is up after this. But IQ is not a point guard. Now let me say something, man. I got all the respect in the world for Walt Clyde Frazier.
Clyde.
Walt Clyde Frazier. That's his full. I was giving him. Okay, Clyde Frazier. I was trying to say Walt Clyde. I was saying the whole thing for you, Walt Clyde Frazier. But he's one of the greatest players of all time. Hall of Famer, Knicks legend, one of the greatest Knicks of all time, one of the greatest basketball players. I don't care what no one says. One of the best two-way players ever. These guys have different perspectives, and I'm not better at ball or even understanding so-called the game. Was in Walt Clyde. Walt Clyde this is a guard that I learned over the years. I'm like, damn, Walt Clyde's right. Leaving your feet with the jumping, leaving your feet when making a pass. I didn't get that from a coach. I got it from Walt Clyde Frazier. Keeping your dribble. I heard that more from Walt Clyde Frazier than any other coach I've been around. So again, this ain't no disrespect to Walt Clyde Frazier. I love to do when not Shannon Sharp. Chris Carter, that idiot, and belittle him. I wanted to punch him in the face like dogs. Chris Carter, you are a drug addict. Nick Wright, you're a LeBron lover, and you're probably getting paid to do it allegedly. So I support. But Walt Clyde Frazier, when he said that quickly as a point guard, I think he got caught up in the euphoria of what was happening in the game. That IQ was hitting these big shots. And it's my gosh. I've watched games of Rondo back in the day where Rondo would have 8 points, 15 assists, and he was a nuisance because he was getting the passes to the open guys constantly.
And he
I've
rebounds.
watched Andre Miller, where Andre Miller could not hit a three-pointer to save his life, but he would use his post-up play to draw attention in, hit it up to the open guy. He would push the tempo from deep passes, full court passes, slick passes, backdoor screens, everything. Chris Paul. IQ is a combo guard. Now, do you want to start at the 1? That's a different discussion. I have no problem with that. But the reason why I don't want to call him a point guard because I don't want to be in a situation that if Jalen Suggs comes up, say Kate Cunningham is going, we have an opportunity to draft Jalen Suggs, and say IQ's having a season where he gets up his points to say 15, 16 points a game, right? I don't want us to think that, oh, we're good at the point guard position because I'd rather have it. You get a Jalen Suggs and see if you can put IQ at the 2 if you want to start him, RJ at the 3 and run with that squad versus, oh, we're not going to draft a point guard and we miss out on that guy. And we may pick another guy, say at 2, a really good player, a Jalen Green, whatever. But if Suggs comes up, I'm picking Suggs as a point guard.
That's why I said I'm not passing on any. If we're in the position in the top 3 to pick one of these point guards, I'm not passing on them. I don't care what IQ does.
And by the way, because Red Auerbach, one of the greatest coaches of all time. You know who Red Auerbach advised the Celtics to take? Guess who he could? He took John Forte from UNC. Who was
Joe Forte?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Forte. Yeah, John Forte. Rapper, my bad. Yeah. Joe Forte. Guess who he took? Or they took over this player. They took Joe Forte over.
Ooh, I don't even remember. I remember Joe Forte from North Carolina. He used to kill it. Like he was a hot player, for 1 year and got drafted off of that. So
yep. Salute. Tony Parker. And that's Red Auerbach. Red Auerbach. If you're talking about Vince Lombardi, like Red Auerbach is like Vince Lombardi, probably like that's like the equivalent. When you think of these iconic, old school cigar in the mouth, multiple championship coaches, and he said that. Michael Jordan, to me, the greatest basketball player of all time.
Kwame
if you want to take advice on players,
Kaminsky.
Morrison, the list goes on. MKG, who was on our team.
Kwame Brown.
Oh, he passed on. He passed on. The ultimate pass was passing on Brandon Roy. So
guys. And it's not to say that these people don't know basketball talent, but many times some of the best players of all time, sometimes they're biased because they see something in a certain player that reminds them of them. And sometimes that stops them from seeing, okay, because I'm watching quickly. I know, and me and Chuck go back and forth on Twitter, right? And I don't want to ever seem like, like I'm supporting Chuck, because I already killed Chuck. I'm not giving Chuck no charity, right? But Chuck makes a good point. And there's nothing. Look, Donovan Mitchell's a combo guard, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you want him to be your so-called combo guard, you develop him as such. If you want to,
he should have instead of Frank.
He has to facilitate more. How many times you've seen you get the pick or the double pick up top, drive to the basket, and he's throwing floaters, and people, like you said, people aren't involved. That is his game. He is that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when we say, because he scored 30 points, what does 30 points have to do with you being a point guard? That has nothing to do with you being a point guard. So,
but these are the Steph Curry babies. Like that's all these guys are. These are Steph Curry babies. So that's why you gotta look at them.
And Anthony, if you want to call in, the line is open. I didn't hold on. Let me make sure I didn't mute it. The line is open. If you want to call Anthony, because he said I'm right and I'm wrong. Anthony just wants to get schooled by me. But and salute to Simmons Singh. Simmons Singh just said, tell Chuck Tim is waiting for him on man. He could come over here, man. You could bring yourself over here, Tim. We got an empire over here, bro. You can come over here and talk your ish, bro. And I'm fair. If I say Ron is not fair, but the thing about y'all over there, Tim, is that y'all sit over there and for the most part, none of the guys over here really take shots at y'all like that. Y'all come over here and take shots at us. If you want to come have a discussion, you come have a discussion here because I'll be there and I'll be as objective as possible. And I'll tell you right now, I can tell you statistically, Quickly is not a point guard. Just because Walt Clyde Frazier said don't mean nothing. Walt Clyde Frazier, for the most part, dresses like a 1970s pimp. As much as I love him, I'm not taking fashion advice. And his wardrobe is way more expensive than mine. I'm not taking fashion advice. And I love Walt Clyde Frazier. But let's not sit here and act like everything he says is golden. Because like Chuck said, let me talk for Chuck. Chuck, go ahead. Because I know you want to talk about this. You rant, go on about this quickly things. I know you have some points, the Charles Barkley and TNT thing, but I don't want to ruin that. Go ahead, Chuck.
Oh yeah. Because Barkley, Shaq, and Kenny rarely agree on anything. So somebody is wrong, right? Just because you're a superstar in a sport don't mean you're correct about everything. We hit the Jordan thing. Phil Jackson thought Frank was a point guard and was a good idea. And
He
he's
got
what,
drafted on triangle.
11 rings?
Swing and a miss.
And they've been playing the triangle often.
Yeah, everybody
He
plays
still
the
don't
triangle.
get in there for no triangle.
Wait,
So
by
I'm
the
saying,
way, Chuck,
blah.
he missed out. This is how bad Phil was. He missed out on a combo guard who's one of the best in the NBA, and Donovan Mitchell. So it's just full circle. But go ahead, Chuck. Hey, by the way, he slept during his allegedly slept during his.
He missed on Devin Booker too.
Joe is laughing.
Because he should have took him instead of taking Porzingis.
Like
I've always said that.
Stephen A. Smith put it perfectly about Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson barely left the state of New York, would barely get out of bed and scout guys. And you think that he went to France to scout Frank?
Hell no.
Like the thing is, well, Frank didn't even play a point guard in France. Frank was coming off the bench as a 2-guard, and Jackson thought, "Oh, I can turn this guy into a point guard because he can play the triangle," and got fired a week later.
That's Clarence Gaines. That's Clarence Gaines' pick, man. You gotta go hit him on Twitter and just bother him about it. Like that's who picked Frank.
And they called Phil Jackson one of the great coaches of all time. He had Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. He had Shaq and Kobe. What did he do to coach? Nothing. When you have that talent, you just sit on the bench and you watch. So
like
Phil Jackson,
a mind manager.
Phil Jackson doesn't need, huh?
He's a mind manager. He was a personality manager.
Yeah, he didn't have a clue what he was doing. He had talent. He was a Hall of Fame talent on both coaching teams he was on. Both teams he coached, he had Hall of Fame guys. He had probably the greatest. He had probably 2 of the top 5 greatest basketball players ever play the game.
Oh, whoa, no. You missed out on Shaq. He had Shaq too.
Sorry, yeah, three of the top. Yeah, sorry.
The Knicks missed out on Shaq though. The Knicks missed out on Shaq because they could have traded Patrick for him when Don Nelson was here. So you can't. We could have had Shaq too.
Well, Clyde said LeBron was a bad teammate.
All right. I actually slightly agree with that, bro. I actually agree with that to some extent because he was LeBron James. LeBron James is passive aggressive dude. I remember he was on Cleveland Cavaliers, and I don't care what no one says. He legit stopped playing basketball until they made that trade. I believe it was that final year he was there in Cleveland. Like and then when they made that trade, then that's when he started seeing stats go up again. He's done. He's screaming on coaches in front of people. And I'm not talking about like when he had that argument with Chalmers and he apologized. I mean, he has a thing where he screams on coaches to assert his dominance, even when the coach is trying to teach him better. So LeBron James, and he did that during a Christmas game when he was sitting on the edge of the bench when they were calling a timeout, and he was basically trying to act like he was like away from everything. It's like, dogs, what are you doing? That passive. So LeBron James, I actually agree with that to some extent. But the other stuff, like guys, this is how I think that some people don't understand basketball on a certain level. They think that you being a combo guard is a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with being a combo guard. I'm watching Quickly's game, and Chuck knows because I'm in the same Twitter thread as him. Remember that Quickly game where he had 8? Oh, Chuck, yeah, yo, he's and I'm like, guys, and I got screamed on because I was like, yo, okay, he has 8 assists. Lou Williams had 13 assists. I believe that was his career high. That doesn't make him a point guard. And Casey Smooth said, what's the difference between a scoring point guard and a combo guard? Okay, Donovan Mitchell versus CP3. Which one is a scoring point guard or a point guard who can score? And which one is a combo guard? CP3 looks to set up the offense, but he can score. Versus Donovan Mitchell looks to attack. And then from that attack, if defenses, because he's such a good player, such a good talent, he can pass and give an easy assist or a kick out assist to a player where they're moving off motion, whether they're on the perimeter, or whether it's Rudy Gobert if he can catch an alley-oop. Those are the major differences, right? But again, people look at it, they look at two extremes. They say, okay, one's pure point guard. There are not many pure point guards in the NBA, but you have a balance, right, of two. And Quickly is just more of a scoring guard. Every time Quickly gets the ball top, he does that little shimmy. It's not really like a shimmy. It's kind of like catch the ball, like stymies for like a millisecond and drives to the basket, throws a floater up. or he's going to get around and shoot the pick. So again, guys, Tim, if you want to come on here, because you're taking shots at my guys, man. And I'm not sure if you want it with us. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, Tim. You know what I mean? I got all love for you,
Tim.
Bro. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Tim. Tiny Tim.
After
you fixed your mouth.
All right. You see?
After you fixed your mouth and
on,
said, hold up. After you fixed your mouth and said, quickly hit 2 4-point plays, and that's a point guard thing. That was the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life. First of all, a shot don't make you a point guard or not.
No.
Jamal Crawford had 1 million other 4-point plays.
Yes, he did.
That don't make you a point guard.
Yes, he
A
did.
4-point play. That is ridiculous. And you said that and didn't delete the video. Number 2, one of them didn't count. His old man fouled him. But that's not the point.
Mm-hmm.
When Quickly goes to shoot, he's looking for the foul on every shot. When he drives, he slows up and wait for the man to get on his back to jump into him and draw the foul.
I'm actually seeing RJ do that now
All
too.
his shots, he's looking for the foul. Even his threes, he's looking for the foul. What you don't see is him look and create.
I'm sorry, Chuck. I know there's a delay. I apologize, Chuck. RJ does that, just real quick to his point. RJ does that, but
he's not doing it. He's not getting it. He's just doing it to feel. He's doing it to feel. Like he's
like I think RJ is doing that like as he's like trying to score versus Quickly. I've seen it where if you can't get past his guy, he's trying to clip. And again, that's a talent if you can get away with it. I don't care what no one says. Harden's been doing it for years, and they call it. So it's a new NBA, fair enough. But Quickly at times he tries to bail out or bail himself out with that when he can't create separation. He gets caught where the refs just don't call it because it's so obvious.
Yeah, that's that Trae Young. That's that Trae Young thing. That's that Trae Young thing.
Yeah. And Chuck, I think was it you, Chuck, who sent me the Trae Young thing? That was you.
Yeah, that whole video. It looked just like Quickly.
And they may stop calling it because I think that I've seen multiple teams where it's like, and they're literally talking to the refs, and I think some of the refs have been caught with their pants down where it's like, it's kind of obvious where Trae Young, and they stopped doing that because it was Dwayne Wade who used to do that back in like the late 2000s, where he would jump into players. And it's like, you're creating the contact, and they were calling this, all right, we got to stop. So they might pull it back for Trae Young. But let me not, I stopped Chuck from doing this WWE rant. Go ahead, Chuck. Call unavailable. Hold on. What the?
Wait, what?
No, not you.
No, I heard something. My bad.
No, you good.
Yeah, that's why I said that's why I made the comment that they don't know how to ref him yet, because sometimes he get away with it, sometimes he don't, but he does it all the time. So it's gonna come down to whether it got to go one way or the other. It's something that they're gonna let go, or it's something that they're gonna call, and he's gonna have to adapt, because he's looking to draw the foul more than he's looking to make the shot. But the majority of the time he's making the shot as well. But he stay looking for that contact on all his shots. And he's doing that more than he's looking to pass. So he's not trying to get others involved at all. And that's where the non-point guard in him shows. You know what I'm saying? So to call him a point guard is crazy, because he don't look to set his teammates up. He's looking for his own shot 98% of the time. And that's a point guard don't do that. A point guard does both.
I agree. Joe, any thoughts on IQ? Whether he's a point guard or combo guard?
You can't really say yet, but what I see, Chuck's right. He's not setting up no offense. He's getting his own. Well, me and Chuck are agreeing today. But
you guys have been cordial, man. This is the start of a new friendship.
No, but he's right. But he's right. He's right though. Look, Quickly's trying to get his own first. Look, when you look at like Westbrook, Damian Lillard, them guys aren't true point guards. They're guys that are combo guards or more or less two guards that are playing the point. They look for their own shot and then they look to set up if available. But when Quickly's going to the paint, he's looking for the floater or a layup. If it's not there, then he passes out. So, yeah, we still need a point guard. Quickly to me, eventually he's either going to be a backup guard off the bench, like a 6-man, or he's going to be a 2-guard. Which I think he's better off set as a 2-guard because when you have a good team, you can set off-ball screens for him and get him shooting off the ball more. But we need a point guard. We can't hear you, Guillermo.
I muted myself like an idiot. My bad. What I was trying to say is I agree with you. I feel like if you could have him play more off ball quickly, that is, he could be so much of a dangerous player. Because I think sometimes when he tries to shoot the shot, now granted, he gets hot, shooting off the ball, or on the ball, off the dribble, but then I just don't think that, he struggles sometimes. Like he had some bricks tonight. He had some bad bricks. And I think that if you had him off a wing, where you had a lot more agitate with RJ, gets a double screen up top, drives to the lane and kicks it out once the defense collapses on him, Queen's going to get a lot of easier shots. I just feel like he'd have so much more value if they played him like that versus playing him on the ball so much. He'd be a lot more versatile. Let me get to Anthony because the phone call is finally where I had to restart my computer. Let's get to Anthony Dunbar. Slew, Anthony, how you doing, bro?
G-Mo, what's good, fam?
What's good, man? How'd you feel about today's game?
Well, I'm listening to you guys. Well, peace out to the panel and so forth. But here's the thing, and it's not that you guys are wrong or you're right. I'm gonna deal with Chuck's point first, and why Chuck gets so much flack about Quigley. Chuck made his analysis after seeing Quigley in one preseason game. One. Then you started talking all of that nonsense about him not being this or him not being that. You didn't even know what offense the coach was running with. You see what I'm saying? So you're always going to get pushback in that because everybody remembers you made that analysis after one game. Okay? That's that. The other side.
That's how smart I am.
Gmo. When I'm not saying he's not a combo guard, right? But he's a combo guard in this sense. In this offense, the point guard is Julius, right?
That is also true.
There's 24 seconds in the clock. Julius has the ball probably a third. So that would be, 8 or 9 seconds?
Right.
You don't have that much time after Julius goes the Julius thing, and I'm not knocking him one way or the other, then to say, well, I'm going to then be looking for this guy or that guy, when a lot of times you see when the guards come in, they're running like a motion type of thing at the top of the key, running one way or the other way. If either guard doesn't have the ball first to attack the offense. You see what I'm saying?
So
but with this coach right here,
Anthony, let me ask you a question.
He looks like a combo guard. Go ahead.
And let me ask you a question on that. Do you think that Julius has a ball in his hands this much because of the lack of talent at point guard? Because when you looked at Tom Thibodeau, again, I agree with you to this extent that I'll say it another way. In Tom Thibodeau's system, he doesn't necessarily go with prototypical point guards per se, right? But I think that because EP is so poor, even as a guard who can either shoot or just score consistently, that Randall has to have the ball in his hands that much more, right? So Randall just has to be that so-called point forward because we don't have even a combo guard just starting. In EP, let me say, we don't have a guard period in EP who could do those things. I mean, the other night against Cleveland, RJ Barrett was basically a point guard with EP in the game, facilitating, getting to the cup, driving, kicking it out. So right now, I think that Randall is what he is because, he's a victim of circumstance, if that makes any sense.
Well, Thibodeau has never had a player like Julius Randle before, and none of his stops. Wiggins wasn't a point forward. He didn't have one of those in Chicago. He's never had this guy before. So for him, it's a little different for him.
But that's not true. That's not true, sir. I'm sorry.
The Julius that we saw last year is not the same guy in totality that we're seeing now under Thibodeau. So it's new for Julius a little bit, and it's new for Thibodeau a little bit, and plus most of these guys on this team are new to playing with one another.
So besides this year. He had forwards on the Bulls who did what Julius did. Now, did he have a so-called complete player? But he did have guys like Boozer. He had guys like oh my gosh, my brain is.
Boozer wasn't a point forward.
No. But Boozer would pass it off from the strong post or from the weak side if he ever played a pinch post like Randall did at times. So he did have somewhat of that type of play. Now, was Boozer tasked with doing that for the whole offense? No, because that Bulls team had more of a balanced offense. But they had, who's the other damn forward? I'm freaking forgetting right now.
Luol Deng.
Thank you. Luol Deng. Luol Deng was doing a lot of what Julius was doing. Noah was doing a lot of what Julius was doing. Now, obviously, you're talking about a player all together. No, but to say that the things that Julius is doing is foreign is not completely true. He did have those type of guys who could operate, especially when they run the triangle with the Bulls, that could operate similar to what Julius is doing. It's almost like a Voltron in a sense, where you had a collection of guys doing it versus I guess now Randall is doing that. And again, that's might be a victim of circumstances because Mitch can't do what Jakim Noah was doing. I don't trust Mitch to pass one iota. Obi is still a rookie. So again, Randall right now is a victim of circumstance. If you had a point guard like say a Suggs, I think a lot of those duties would be taken off of Randall. Randall would be an even dangerous player. He might even have less stats and be that much more of a dangerous player in the sense of his impact on the floor. Now you have to play him more straight up. He have a lot more cleaner looks versus guys just double team because he's the only guy who can facilitate and score at said level. So again, IQ to me just looks like and that's nothing. Why? Can I ask you this, Anthony? Why do people look at combo guards like that's like a bad thing?
No, it's not a bad thing. It's not. It doesn't. See, because sometimes as basketball fans, we get too caught up in the label: point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center, instead of just looking at players as good players that can fit with one another. You see, so when Chuck, and I'm not picking on you, Chuck. When Chuck or a Chuck Light comes out and say, "Well, we don't have a point guard," so what? Do we have a good player?
Yeah, but we don't. EP,
see what I'm saying? Can he fit in this offense or in another offense that can be productive?
Well, here's the thing, Anthony. You guys are picking on Chuck for the wrong thing because I think when you said, "Do we have a good player?" No, we don't. EP and Quickly's still a rookie, right? Even though I think Quickly should be getting some point. I don't even mind him starting right now, given how you run the offense. The thing you need to be picking on Chuck is that Chuck said that IQ had an 80% bust potential rate. Why are you not picking on that? That's what I'm saying. You can kill Chuck. It's easy. Y'all picking the wrong things. Stop picking at the wrong things with Chuck. Pick the easy stuff. It's right there. Come on. DSJ's going to the G League.
I'm not picking on Chuck per se, but he'll say something to be sensational, and then everyone else will pick up on it. You see what I'm saying? We'll pick up on it just to jump on it. I don't care. Like, I'm not looking at the labels of this one or that one. I'm looking at how the pieces fit together. And right now, okay, remember when D'Antoni was here, and I think in that the LeBron off season, we made the trades or whatever, and we had a guy from Golden State called Anthony Randolph.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Anthony Randolph, the year before that, I think he was either Rookie of the Year or second runner-up or something like that.
I think maybe second runner-up. I think he was ever Rookie of the Year.
Be something.
Yeah, he was never Rookie of the Year.
Right? And we thought in a D'Antoni offense, he was going to be able to get like Amari-type shots and blah, 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 blah. I heard D'Antoni on ESPN one afternoon as frank. This is the only reason why I always respected D'Antoni, because D'Antoni would be frank about his system, and he wouldn't pull any punches. And D'Antoni said he was trying to get wins, and he wasn't going to sacrifice the wins to try and develop a young player. See what I'm saying? But that's all it is. But, I know you got to go. Knicks family, I know what it is. Peace.
Anthony Dunbar, salute, man. My brother, man. Peace.
Peace.
Damn, Chuck, you get a name. Yeah, hear me now. You getting a name around the circles, Chuck. What's happening, bro? Everybody's getting on Chuck. And I actually agree with Chuck on this, man. Go ahead, Chuck.
Yeah, but they're wrong. I'm saying he's not a good player. I'm not saying he's not a good player. I'm just saying he's not a point guard. So I see somebody in the chat saying, well, he's a rookie. That has nothing to do with him being a combo guard. A combo guard is not a demotion or a knock. Why are y'all looking at it like that?
Not even close to it.
Know what I'm saying? It's a style of play.
People
That's
are stupid.
all it is.
People are stupid.
All right.
Chuck
it's
and Joe.
crazy because
I got a question.
No, I'm not insulting.
This is like 48 hours with Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy, man. You guys are like.
Do any of y'all follow Yoda on Twitter? He has like a whole definition of like the type of players that he's like redefining them. So he's like changing like the names of everything. So it's like he has like 4 different guards. He got like 4 different wings, and he got like 3 different big men. Like y'all should check it out on Twitter.
What's it called?
Rashad Phillips. Like he's on Twitter. Like check him out. I wouldn't listen to him about his players. You know, sometimes when he be doing his scouting, but in terms of how he references basketball players now, he has like these different definitions for him. So
I see him right now. I'm gonna follow him right now, man. Yeah,
look.
And look, most of NBA suit. First of all, suit to James Swain. By the way, he says, "What up, Guillermo?" Suit to Chris B. I miss a lot of people in here. Stupid video. Salute, man. Oh, now I can't see myself in the freaking video. Suit to PDP Thesis Thomas. Suit to TL. Suit to everybody in the chat, man. Mr. Wolf, man. He's been coming some great comments. Suit to Joe Curry. Suit to everybody, man. Ismael Rivas. Salute. Yeah, I definitely got to check that out. But yeah, I think that people we've been so devoid of talent that we just run to anything that says, hey, this player is like dog, and there's nothing wrong with you being a combo guard with Quickly. And that's what DSJs probably have to become now. So again, I have no problem with him being a so-called. And the thing about it is that whenever Quickly has these games where he's not getting a lot of assists, people go quiet on the whole point guard thing, or they start to pipe up again when it's like he scores a lot of points. But again, points have nothing to do with facilitation, right? But
let me add on to that. I'm gonna say get out of talking point guards anymore. To me, there's no such thing as a point guard anymore, for real. The way the game is going.
After CP3 retires, it may not be, man.
Did you hear Breen?
Go ahead. What did he say?
Did you hear Breen say that Quickly model his game after Lou Williams?
Oh, he did? I can't hear the volume, so I don't put the volume on. So hey, wow, Tim.
Oh, yeah.
Tim, I'm just saying, Tim, you're gonna go on your channel, man. I'll be neutral. I won't even say my points, but I'll be neutral, sir. You could come on here because you're going on there talking about, yo, I said what I said. I mean, but you're saying it, you're saying it when people are sleeping and not, you're saying it when he's not there. So you can come on now, bring all that energy and talk to Chuck one-on-one. Come over here and say that, man, because Ron sat there and was agreeing with them, but I got to disagree with you guys, man. You guys are wrong. Terribly wrong. It doesn't even make sense to call Quickly that type of player, and there's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't matter what Walt Clyde. I could probably go back in time and find a whole bunch of things that Walt Clyde Frazier said that was wrong, right? So, to Walt Clyde Frazier, there's no jab at him, but Tim, don't do that. Come over here. Let's talk about it.
And the reasons y'all said it didn't make sense,
right?
Just because Damian Lillard texts Quickly. Do not make him a point guard. Come on, man.
Oh, yo, he took the man. I'm gonna take the slogan.
Damian Lillard's not even a pure point guard.
No, that's a combo.
He's not. He's not at all. By the way, Brandon McNeely, I still got your hat. It's been cold as hell. I will deliver it tomorrow. Mail tomorrow. Should get to you in like a few days from now. Maybe 1 or 2 days. But guys, let's get to this Bulls game tomorrow, man. We play the Chicago Bulls. I believe they're 7-10. Let me see. I think they're 7-10. Oh, 7-11, excuse me. But right now, regards to some of the rankings, they are, in regards to field goals attempted, they are 17th. Field goal percentage, they're 7th. Three-pointers made, made 7th at 14.2. 3-pointers attempt at 36.6. 3-point percentage, they're 5th at 38.9. Regarding total points a game, they're 115.7 a game, and that's number 4 in the league. Regards to rebounding, one of the better okay teams, 13th, ranked 13th. With assists, they ranked 9th at 25.9 a game. And in regards to defense, and I'll probably do a breakdown tomorrow. So I didn't have much time today. So regarding their defense, they're actually sorry, my bad. Hold up. I was actually looking at. Hold up. Hold on.
I hope you guys beat the Bulls tomorrow. I hate the Bulls.
Hold on. Let me just make sure I got the right team. Yeah, I got the Bulls. Right.
Yep. See how mad Zach was when Leonard hit that shot last night when he was walking up the court. Zach LaVine was on fire when he was walking off that court yesterday.
They give up a lot of points though. They're third in giving, or 27th in the league. Excuse me.
They score a lot, but they have no defense.
118.5. Yeah, they won the 3-point shooting. They're 11th in terms of giving up to opponents. In terms of 3-point percentage, 3 points attempted, 8th in terms of giving it up. And this is and the thing about the Knicks actually ranked number 5 at 37.8. Well, I guess somehow we were defended better. So give me some thoughts on the Bulls, man. Everybody knows Zach LaVine. He went off the other night hitting that big shot.
I have to say something. I have to say, when we faced the Bulls, they was very bad. I know that was the opening week, but the Bulls are not a good team at all. They're shocking me with their record wise. I did predict them to be worse, but you guys play good defense, but not today though. The Bulls cannot play great against good defensive teams. Zach LaVine is your main target, so you might have to double team him once or twice. Kobe White, but everything else, I think you guys can pull it off. I'm a positive fan.
Averaging 27 a game, 41.6% from 3 off of 8.6 attempts. Holy crap! He's averaging 51% from the field. Lauri Markkanen 19.6, 40% from 3 off of 7.3 attempts a night. Kobe White 15.5. 36.5% from 3 over 6.4 attempts. Wendell Carter is giving you 12.8 points, but he's also giving you 8 rebounds, 53.3% from the field. And then they got guys, Otto Porter, who's Thaddeus Young. Always gave us issues when he was on either.
Can't hear you.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I was just saying Garrett Temple, Otto Porter also fills out the rest of that lineup. Patrick Williams right now, who's a number 4 pick, was it? Whatever, 9.5 points, 43.6% from 3 for 2.3 attempts, 46% from the field, only 3.8 rebounds. I haven't watched much of him after he got drafted from FSU, but again, he was a guy I was just like, why the hell did they drop him high? I don't know. I'm not going to judge him because I don't know how he's playing. I know he had that one LeBron James where he kind of gave him some kudos on how he guarded him, even though I think LeBron said like 25. So give me some thoughts on the Bulls, man. So you got your boy Gerald Sports saying that they got off. I mean, basically Zach LaVine's a guy. They don't play defense. Anyone else follow the Bulls intently? Close enough?
Nature bleeds too.
Well, I've been watching Zach LaVine because I have a feel that he's gonna want to trade soon before the deadline. I think he'll put in a trade request before Bradley Beal. I've seen a lot of his interviews and he ain't happy.
Yeah, like I said, after yesterday's game when Lillard hit that shot, you should have seen the way he was walking off the court. He was he walked off like, get me out of here.
And that was off a jump ball too, right? When he wow, yeah. And because LaVine hit the 3, right? He hit the big 3 to get them ahead.
Lillard hit 2 threes in 6 seconds.
No. I mean, you said LaVine, my bad.
I mean, Lillard hit 2 threes in 6 seconds.
Dude, what? Didn't LaVine hit the shot to bring him ahead before Lillard shot?
I think so, but he hit those 2 threes in 6 seconds.
So who would you guys rather have, Lillard or Bill? I'm sorry, Bill or LaVine. Now, one obviously is a wing, one's a guard.
Shoot, I'll take Bradley Beal.
Talent-wise, yes, but for us, I think LaVine because he's on less money. He's on less money, and the contract or the trade would be cheaper.
And I think he's still young. I think he's still younger than Bill too.
I was younger.
He's 2 years younger.
Was he 26?
I think he's 25.
25
yeah,
or 26.
What?
Yeah, he's only 25, I think.
Damn, these dudes
Wait,
don't
hold
age,
on.
bro.
So how old is Bradley Beal?
28.
Bill 20. He'll be 28.
Oh,
He's
fuck.
27. Yeah.
The heck?
Damn,
I didn't
wow.
know that. I thought they was like the same age.
Nah.
Nah. Levine was always, but damn, Bradley Beal, he just looks older. He smokes a
Yeah,
lot
Zach
of.
LaVine's only 25.
His lips are always mad black. Like he looks all a little smoked out. Bradley Beal, that is. But salute to Bradley Beal. I'm always joking, man.
No.
I mean, they're both beasts, man. But
Yeah,
man, we're about to get out of here, man. The Bulls game tomorrow. I'll definitely be doing the play-by-play, and there'll be some games I won't be doing the play-by-play, and I'll just be doing the post game. So guys, be tuning in for that. And also, someone said that they want me to do more of those short videos, like I did, just because they said they can't stand to watch a 3-hour video, which I understand. Look, it's tough, man. Some people. So I'll be definitely doing some more videos. I've been so busy with work, so please just be patient with me. I'm trying to get this stuff out. Even doing a 5 to 9 minute video could take an hour of editing. So please be patient. But guys, thank you for coming here with me, man. Tim, if you want to come here and discuss with Chuck is right here, man. I'm gonna jump in. You know what I mean? You come in, you can fight with Chuck.
Chuck's
Tim,
over there now.
You on man talking like you Randy Savage. You know what I mean? Like, you pumping your chest up and stuff. It's like, dogs, you're talking when the guy's not here. Come on, man. So come over here, Tim. I've seen you coming here a few times. You giving a salute, man. Come in here, get your butt in here, man. Let's argue, man. But guys, catch me tomorrow. I might put out a preview or have some videos that come out. So please stay tuned for that. But guys, until then, we out of here. Peace.
Thank
God
you.
bless, man. We out.
Peace.
All right, see you.
The Knicks winning tomorrow.
Whoa, Knicks winning tomorrow by Chuck? Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Okay. All right.